Happy Monday, and it is Magical Michelle here at Soul Circle, and I am so happy to see you, whether you're watching this here on Soul Circle or if you're watching it later on YouTube. Send me a hashtag replay, or if you're on YouTube, hit like and subscribe. If you want to watch this video weekly, we're 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on my Soul Circle Facebook page if you want to be here live. So, welcome to this week's Magical Monday, and it is so good to see you. Hello, my darling. And I have a really special guest coming on tonight. My soul sister in love, Rachel Chase, is going to be popping on. There she is. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Woohoo!
Yay. Hello, Rachel.
Hello,
Welcome
my
to
love
Michelle's
sister.
Magical Monday. And we're
Mm,
talking about the topic of love.
mm.
And there is no one more loving than Rachel Chase.
Oh,
So if you don't know her, she and I have been working together doing goddess things for about 4 or 5 years now. And we like to do goddess retreats together. And so we've partnered to do a couple of special things coming up this year. And I just wanted you to introduce you. And so tell them a little bit about yourself.
well, my love, it is such an honor to be here with you. And, my fondest memories of our time together is just when we're in the space, we're in the flow, and we're just channeling that love energy with each other for our community and for ourselves. And oh, baby, yes, let me see if they're not heart shaped, but
They are heart. They're my new emoji glasses. I
oh,
love you.
oh, those are fantastic. Fantastic. And you get to see through that energy of that red ray.
It's that root chakra, like we're working with when we go to root. We are taking a group of high powered goddess joy people, women, to Mount Shasta in a retreat that is going to be crazy awesome. It's the root chakra of the planet. So you're locking that red love energy, and you're wearing green. So it's that green energy of the heart. And it's
Oh,
also the energy, I'm wearing purple. So it's also that galactic energy.
mm-hmm. Oh, well, so, you know, the love, healing with love, sometimes I think we can just think of that like concept, right? Like, oh yeah, that's just so, it's just a cliche or like, well, everybody says that, but what does it mean? How do you do it? And it's this idea, so you say, okay, so introduce myself. I think the word that I want to use to introduce myself is embodiment.
That's a good one.
Embodiment, right? I mean, I grew up, you know what they used to say when I was born, that I popped out of the womb dancing. That
Oh,
it was like I just dance, dance. It was just my way it was like the only thing that made sense to me for so long was dancing. And
yeah.
about like empath, you know, just I only wanted to commune with that aliveness of life, you know,
And I
and
feel that's happening in the ether right now, that we're all trying to connect to that. Like and when I say Rachel's an embodier, she's a way shower. So as she's embodying the embodiment, she is a really good example of living by example in dancing and loving and art and all of the things she brings to her world. Um, yeah.
well, I feel the same about you, way shower. And it's funny, we talked about this, uh, about how we weren't conscious that this was the work we were going to be doing. Right.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
like,
So I've
here
been
we
saying
are.
this a lot this week. Now is the time. And I'm going to say this to the collective where you're watching, wherever you are. I see CJ and an Erica and a Gloria and a Sue and anybody else that I'm not saying. Now is the time. We have been preparing for the now right here that we're all embodying right now. This new love consciousness, this new embodiment consciousness is now. So like we met years ago and we're like, we're going to work together and we're going to bring in and anchor this new golden light, new earth energy together with the people that we serve together. And now it is. Now it's happening. And so wherever you are when you're watching this, I'm just putting an activation into the system that now is your time too to be awake and alive and doing whatever it is that you've been coming here to do. You're doing it now. It's now.
The call of love, and they on the healing journey, we can forget that love thing, right? Like when we're born and we come in and we're so connected with spirit, and we're emanating this spiritual energy. Everybody loves to look at a baby. Well, most people love to look at a baby, right? And go, wow, look at that Buddha smile. You can see the wisdom in their eyes. And then we get a little older, and all this cultural programming and all these things happen, and we go along, and maybe it gets covered over and we forget, and we get sort of disconnected, but it's still there. And I just think that healing process has been going on, right, of reconnecting to love in order to heal the trauma. And all that is all about compassion.
Yeah.
It's having compassion for the suffering that's there, but then also knowing that you can shift it and move through it, and and answer the call
And
of
recognizing the
love.
love past the trauma every time. Like even if there's trauma, there's always a divine human behind the trauma. Like the
Yeah,
person who's in or had trauma is still a divine human. There's love in them no matter what. So it's remembering who we are. That's the
100%.
remembering that I know Rachel and I both bring forward is the remembering. That's what our work is about.
The truth, it's not it's funny, we have that phrase. I almost want to, I was going to say core truth, but then I thought, oh, isn't that interesting? This image came of like a core, which is this like in the center, and all these sort of layers cover it over, but nothing can ever take it away,
Mm-mm.
because it's what we are. It's what we're made of. Things can cover it up, but I even now I feel it's more like it's not so buried under there anymore. It's coming to the surface more and more, and all those we talk about shedding our layers, right? I feel like we've been shedding our layers, and now it's time to say yes. And maybe there's a little fear around that. Oh God, if I do that, and I'm gonna have to leave everything, and no, just makes everything more rich and deep and real and connected. And I
Well,
think
it's so
that's
good right
love.
now because we've got this little magic window of no retrogrades, none for like a month and a half.
I'm
So
like, oh, such a
I had
relief.
a party when Mercury came direct. I literally had a little party in my house because we were hosting a 3-day class the next day. And we're like, thank you, retrogrades, for being over in time for my international wealth consciousness class. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it was perfect. It went super easy because we're in no retrograde. So I want people to think about right now if like things are going like don't be afraid that they're going too good. They're just supposed to be good right now. Like it's you've done the
That's where we're
work.
at. Hmm?
It's okay if you're still feeling a little like push pull resistance. Lean into the side of what do I really want right now. Lean
Yes.
into that love, because we're in
Totally.
that crazy portal right now. So I and we're going to drop the 22 days of magic. It is not too late to do the 22 days of magic. It is only day 7, and you can, the videos are only 5 days, 5 minutes long. So you can catch up really quickly on the 22 days of magic portal. So if you want to sign up for those little videos, we're also putting them up here in Soul Circle every day. So it's, you don't even have to sign up. You could just go back and watch them. But if you sign up for the videos, you get a workbook, a free workbook that Marissa worked on, and that was amazing. And then you can just, she's got them all tagged in a row so you can watch them as a almost a what do they call that on Netflix, like a binge watch. You could binge watch the 7 videos up to today, and then join us as we're going up into this 22 days. And I'll be doing something kind of cool at the end. So everybody will be doing a 222 portal day, activation on my business
Such
page.
a powerful time. This it's no small potatoes.
And then I'm going to end mine and come to yours.
Right on. Right on, right? I mean, when you were talking about it, I just felt this like, whew, this powerful energy come into my body as you were talking about your 21 days of magic. 22, 21 days?
22, it's
22,
22
of course.
days,
It's 22,
ending
of
on
course.
222. And so
Right.
22222.
Exactly. And Colleen Clea and I are doing a 222222 event that same day on YouTube, uniting, merging the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And that merging is the magic, isn't it? Isn't that? I mean, that's the
Unification.
love
Unification.
principle. Exactly. It makes me think, you were talking about how don't be afraid of things going well. Like, oh no, the other shoe's going to drop. No, it just means we're moving more and more into connection with how to use the resonance, how to use our own resonance, right? The vibrates, like that whole thing of law of attraction, where what you're projecting is what you receive, the magnetism, law of magnetism, right?
Yeah.
So
When
it's
you're
this
alignment,
inspiration.
when you're in
Exactly.
alignment, when you're in coherence, when you're in heart coherence and alignment with your brain, heart, earth connection, then of course it's going to go right. And that's what you have to start looking for. Of course it's going to go right. Of course I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. Of
Because that's how it
course.
works. That's how this universe works, really. And when we tap into it and surrender into that, that's the surrendering to love, right? That just wants the best for us. And on the new moon, when I did my new moon circle recently, which I do those every month, for those of you who didn't know, I do new moon circles every month. And um, I drew a creativity manifestation during that event that said, my beautiful summer home, because my husband and I will be moving out of this place for the summer. And 2 days later, boom, we found it. And so it's just like things are going like that right now in this portal, right? And as we
Right.
access it and do it more, it builds a momentum. Yeah. So we're building in
So
momentum. Yeah.
So we're even then to capitalize the next big portal right after that is through the 3-3 in March. And so Rachel and I have joined our fabulous collaborative forces like we do. And I'm going to be joining her on her YouTube channel to do a 3-3 2022, which is really a 6-6, right? So there's and today's a 6 in the numerology.
Today is a 6. This is so powerful. The feminine principle of receptivity and creation, receptivity and creation. It's just that beautiful love energy. And the 3-3 2022 day, talk about. So right now, with all the planets forward, then on that day we have this alignment. And what we're offering that day is going to be a little bit longer than what we're doing today. We're going to be talking more about these portals, these moments in time of initiation. And that makes me think of how in life, we have these moments of events that transpire, and we go, what the heck was that happened? And we look back and we realize that was an initiation. That was a choice point. That was a crossroads. That was a power point in my life. And that's what shifted me in this direction. Now, when we put our intention into it and bring the miracles and the magic energy and all of it and connect with Mother Earth and bring our love with those moments in time. So on the 3-3, we have Mars, Venus lining up with us and the moon, okay, and Mercury, like all lining up, directing with Pluto. And Pluto, of course, is the planet of transformation for the better, and it sends its energy into all of that, and we're gonna be harnessing something incredible on
And
that
it's
day.
only a few days after the new moon that month too. So it's in that waxing stage, which is no planets in retrograde, full alignment, and that just
Mm,
forward momentum. It's probably one of the best days of the entire year for, like, I think we're in a really good time for 6 weeks, but that is one of the 4 or 5 days, key days for manifesting and visualizing, because Rachel's really, her word is visioning,
that's
mine
right.
is magic. So it would be an incredible, we invite you to join us. It's
Hmm.
a free event on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so we invite you to join us for that. It's
And you'll
something
get
we
a
want
little
to do.
flavor of I think, let's do some activations and some
Do
visioning
it.
and some magic on that day to give folks a little flavor if they're wondering what they might get during the retreat too, because it's
Yeah.
time to start thinking in that direction. It's June 6th, and that's the 6-6. And Michelle has been an amazing grounding force to meet this divine appointment. It's the calling of this moment on Mount Shasta, and I feel it too. So we are going to do an incredible intention and magic circle on the 6-6 evening at the retreat center together in the sacred circle. And just a glimpse in the retreat center where we're going to. This place is a sacred site itself that has been a sacred site for generations and generations. And there's an actual spot at the retreat center where we'll be that's an activation portal between that spot and the center top of actual Mount Shasta, which is we're just next to basically. So I know you're already seeing it in your mind, and I just see us all witnessing each other and validating our light toward each other and saying, Goddess, I see you. I see you.
Well, and I feel it in my body as you're talking about it. We are about halfway, just past halfway in, oh, our sales. Like, there's not a
Yeah.
lot of spaces actually left. It's so if this is something that's been talking to you, it is time for you to have a call with me or Rachel if that's something you're interested in. Um, I did have a question I wanted to share here because
Oh.
it was such a good question. Someone asked me, well, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know that I really am in a place where I need to learn anything. And
Mm.
and my answer was so great. The women that are on this retreat are all, they could be leading retreats. Every single one of them have their own skills, have their own power. So this is not a retreat about awakening even though we talk about awakening and remembering who you are, these are powerhouse women, and we're bringing them, and you, because I hear some of you, it's you,
Yep.
calling you to be
Mm-hmm.
in shared community. So we'll be actually activating the planet, activating a
Yep.
galactic connection, activating the bodies that are there in
Yep.
Sacred Circle. It will end up with an exact 22 women in the Sacred Circle if everything is as
It's a gathering.
experienced.
It's a gathering of all of our forces together at this moment in time to channel that energy and anchor it in together and share our gifts with each other and celebrate that together in this beautiful place. So, I feel this, like sometimes it's almost like a heartache where it's like we're all kind of, oh, in these different spots all around the world, and it's so important for us to get together in person for these types of things
And
and
to be
anchor it in
seen,
together.
to be
Yeah.
seen and to be felt. And there'll be a lot of
Celebrate.
restorative time, a lot of restorative time and time for you to explore your own gifts. So if that's something you're
Yeah.
interested in, just sign up now or get a hold of one of us. And worst case scenario, if you're just on the edge and want to see how we work, come to our 3-3. But that's for everybody, the 3-3.
Gosh, I'm like, I want to say a bunch of things, but I hesitate. So we'll talk more about it. But one more thing I want to say about it. Just imagine the river there at the retreat is flowing through, and you're sleeping, and you're falling asleep to the sound of this amazing river. And there's just 15 acres to explore, and there's these beautiful rocks. And just imagine laying out in this beautiful river and just soaking it in. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. I'm ready. So,
Yes, me
yeah, so
too.
good.
I'm already there, time and space, I'm already there.
So I know we
But
don't have much time
maybe
left. Go ahead, you first.
maybe today we could just do a tiny activation for
Yeah.
everybody joining our energy. Oh, Soha, it is in Mount Shasta, California. So it's the
Oh,
northern part of California, right
right at the border of
under,
Oregon and California, way up there by Oregon. Mm-hmm.
so right next to you. So like be perfect for you.
Right near me,
Um,
up in Washington. These are the trees in Washington. And so I was going to say the same thing. You read my mind, Michelle, that we should do a little activation, and I'd love to guide a little thing if I
yes,
could
please.
sort of pull us in a little bit. Okay, great. So this is what's calling the heart resonance. So I want us to activate the sound of your heart in the field of energy right there in your body, right there in your chest. And I want us all to connect in the sound of Ma. So wherever you are in the world watching this at any time, past, present, future, now, and forever, connect in the Ma. And breathe. And feel that. Feel that in your heart. That's the compassionate vibration within you that heals it all and shifts it all anytime you need it. This is a field of energy that is the most powerful force in the universe. Blessed be.
To just feel that love opening up and expanding your heart, activating your alignment, connecting to each of us, heart to heart and hand to hand, and the heart of the earth. Wherever you are, that you feel that. And if there's anything else that you are holding on to with all this former crazy that's been going on, if you're holding on to anything, literally imagine exhaling it with your breath. And inhaling the activation in your heart. And so it is, and so it shall be.
It is so, blessed be.
I love playing with you so much. And I'm so excited about all of our incredible endeavors that we have going on coming up.
Me
And
too. Me too. And I love you dearly, Michelle. Thank you.
I
Thank
love you
you.
too. Thank you for
So
coming
wonderful.
on. We're going to do more love stuff next week. I have another special guest because of Rachel. I actually am connected with Angela, and she and I are going to be doing a Valentine's Day sound healing here in Orlando, Florida. If you are local, and because not all of you are local, we're going to do a short mini version here on the channel, here on the Soul Circle Facebook group, and then we'll of course share it on YouTube afterwards. But if you're local and you are interested in coming, it's very inexpensive, and it is in person, and it is going to have sound bowls and all the things you know to come and love about all of us in person. And she's going to be one of the sisters on the Shasta group too. So
The circle is getting wider and beautiful. Oh, I love it so much.
yeah, so we want to support her because this is her first public offering. So I'm going to go and we'll be there. So we'll do this live from the event, and then we'll start the event at 7. So you get a little piece of it either way, whether you're going to watch it here on Soul Circle, or whether you can actually come for a little activation sound healing. And we're going to be doing a self-love tea ceremony that day. So it's epic, as everything is right now.
Magical.
And I hope each of you take some time in this next couple of weeks. This is really up until the 22nd. You have the full moon on the 16th. So really powerful, clear, focused, visioning, activating, magical, intention setting time frame. And someone said,
Action
do I do
taking.
it
Action
short?
taking.
Do I shoot a short-term goal or a long-term goal? And my answer is pick a little bit of each, like something really right now to focus on, and take those actions, and then also start that visioning and claiming of that bigger version of your divinity, of where you're going and what you really, really, really want. Now is
Yeah,
that time.
imagine that long-term goal is up there in the universe, and it's just all this energy. It's being held for you, and there's an invitation. The universe is saying, "Here you go. Here you go." Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
already done. A
that's how
lot
I
of times, a
It's
lot of
amazing.
times those soul level wantings that seem so far out of reach are actually you calling back to you, calling to yourself to wake up what you're gonna do. It's like you're remembering from your future.
Right.
So when you have a soul level calling and it seems big, don't be afraid of it.
Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid of it, because everything's going to line up to make it possible for you, even if you feel like, I don't even know how to do that. Just by saying yes, the how just comes. The what just comes. It's how it goes, and that momentum keeps going. Oh, my art of self-compassion. I've got a course series that I'm creating right now. I'm dreaming and drumming it up, bringing it together, and it starts in April. And for those of you who are maybe interested in learning about that, get on my email list. And I think we'll have the link for that in the comments too. So yeah, I'm going to send out info about that in the next couple weeks. Mm-hmm. For the full moon, right? Of course.
So
Mm.
thank you for being here, Rachel. All of you, thank you for being here as always. You know, it is so incredible to play with this group and serve this group. I love you so much. And the theme of love this month, I love you, Rachel. I love you and you and you, all of you that I'm seeing on live. I love you. Those of you who are hashtag replay, I love you the same. Just because you're not here live doesn't mean I don't love you just as much. And remember this week to live magically, because that's what we do.
Thank you, Michelle. I love you. I love you all. Peace and blessings. Thank you.
Have a great night.